What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another rebuild. Today we're going to be doing the Chicago Bears, a team that I think could be pretty good this year if people that need to take, the correct steps. They did a really good thing with trading back from the first round pick with the Panthers to get DJ Moore and a couple firsts and seconds. I think that's a really good decision by them. And before we get started with this, going over the team, I just want to say, if you have a team that you want me to rebuild, let me know in the comments down below. Because I am a smart channel, I see those comments almost instantly, and I'll probably start working on the video that night or the day after that. I also have a couple big video ideas that I'm planning on doing. I'm working on them right now off camera, getting the roster set up and everything. So make sure you're subscribed so you get that notification that those videos come out, because I think you guys will really enjoy it. And also, please make sure to like this video. It means a lot to me. I'm trying to grow my channel to do more rebuilds to more people. So let's get into this. The biggest thing about this team is the offensive line. It was bad. It was really bad. And so I think the best thing that they did was upgrade their offensive line. Now, I think there's still some spots here that you could upgrade, like Nate Davis. You could try to get a guy with star development, or some of these guys may be older. I'm not too sure, but let's talk about the key points of this offense. Justin Fields. Is he going to take the step up that you need? I hope. That's our plan. I hope that he is going to be the guy. DJ Moore, like I said before, they got him from the Panthers, a very, very good receiver. As a Panthers fan, miss him, but I feel like we're moving in the right direction, and I think the Bears are too. They have Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney, so I think they have a good trio of receivers. I just think some of them could be better right now. Defensively, I think there could be room for improvement. I think the defensive line needs some improvement. They got Yannick Ngakoue, which is good, but I think their defensive tackles need improving. Tremaine Edmonds was a really good pickup by them. He's a very, very good linebacker. I'm not too sure what my plan is in the future. Probably getting a left outside linebacker and a left end, maybe even a right end depending on what's in the draft. Probably a corner as well. Move on from some of these guys. I'm not too sure. I know they're a younger team, but let's sim to midseason mark, see how we're doing, see if there's anything we can change. One thing I will say, I'm probably going to start Cole Kmet over Mercedes Lewis. I think Cole Kmet is younger. But like I said, let's go to midseason and see what happens. And at the midseason mark, I think the Bears are doing something pretty unexpected. We are going 5-2 and leading the NFC North. We have the 8th best scoring offense in the league, 13th best passing yard offense in the league, 12th best rushing yard offense in the league, 4th best defense, but 28th when it comes to pass yards per game and defensive rush yards per game, we're at 16th. So nothing crazy on the defense other than the fact that we're not letting them score points. We're giving up yards, but we're not letting them score. So I think it's that kind of bend, don't break mentality. But Justin Fields has 11 touchdowns for 3 interceptions, 1,400 yards. Rushing-wise, Devontae Foreman has 381 yards, 5 touchdowns, but Justin Fields also has 288 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground. Amazing from him. Darnell Mooney is becoming wide receiver 1 for him with 3 touchdowns, about 500 yards. Chase Claypool, about 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. DJ Moore, 281 yards, 1 touchdown. Cole Kmet, 231 yards, 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Eddie Jackson has 3 interceptions. Tremaine Edmonds has 2. TJ Edwards, Jaquan Brisker, Tyreek Stevenson, and Kyler Gordon all have 1. Sacks-wise, TJ Edwards has 2. Travis Gibson has 2. Not really getting a lot of pressure, sadly. A couple, tackles for a loss, but our most tackled guy is Tremaine Edmonds, obviously at 66. But let's go to the end of the season and see if we're able to keep up what we've been doing. We have a really bad second half of the season, going 8-9, losing out on the division by 1 game. We had the 20th best offense at the end of the season and the 8th best defense. So we went down in every department. So let's take a look at the stats, see what went wrong at the end of the season and where we can improve. To be honest with you, I know Justin Fields is the future guy, but having twice as many touchdowns as interceptions really shouldn't happen. I think you have to sit here and contemplate, is he actually the guy of the future? He's, 3,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Maybe in real life, that's good stats from him, but here, not so much. But he is putting 650 yards on the ground and 11 touchdowns. Very, very good. Deontay Foreman, 904 yards, 9 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Darnell Mooney is wide receiver 1 for him with 1,090 yards, 7 touchdowns. Chase Claypool, 705. DJ Moore, 703. Cole Kmet, 503. Defensively, let's take a look at the sacks. Trevis Gibson leads the team with 8.5. TJ Edwards with 5. Rashawn Green with 4.5. Interceptions, Tremaine Edmonds with 4. He had an amazing season, by the way. Jalen Johnson and Eddie Jackson with 3 as well, and 1 for a couple other guys on the team. Nothing crazy, like super crazy. Let's see if anyone was able to get up on the MVP list, and it doesn't look like there are any Bears up here. So let's go to the NFC. Is he Offensive Player of the Year? No Bears here as well. Defensive Player of the Year, Tremaine Edmonds at 3. Very good year from him. And TJ Edwards at 5. That's also very good. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think we're going to have any. Yep, no Bears. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tyreek Stevenson at 6. No other Bears there. Best quarterback, Justin Fields was at 8. He's going to stay. I'm not going to get rid of him. It'd be dumb to get rid of him. He's a really, really good player. But I think I have to look to build around him and to play to his strengths. So let's figure out how we can do that in the offseason. The first part of that is talking with teams or players that need to be re-signed. And Jalen Johnson is a big piece to this defense. He's going to be a stud corner for us for years to come. So he is going to be the guy here. We are going to be accepting Justin Fields' 5th-year option. There's no reason we shouldn't. He's a 79 overall with superstar. He's only going to be getting better. Darnell Mooney still has star development. He's not very interested in signing. So my issue is, do I let him walk and then try to get a better guy in free agency, or do I keep him? We have DJ Moore. He's the 2nd best receiver on the team, but do we think we can get him cheaper in free agency? I'm going to give him this. If he doesn't want to be here, he can't wait till next year. That's perfect. That's really what you want to see from him. Trevis Gibson, we do want to keep him around. Only 75 overall, though, at 27 years old. Makes me value him a little bit less, but he's not interested in signing here, so we are going to let him walk, but we're definitely going to be looking at him in free agency to bring him back. Donta Foreman, I think there's going to be a better running back free agent. Chase Claypool, he kind of wants to be here. He's part of that, receiving core. I don't really want to give him 3 years, but it's a pretty cheap deal, and he's excited to stay with such a great team. I'm glad he thinks we're great. Yannick Ngakoue, it was a 1-year deal. He's 29, only 77 overall with normal development. That's definitely upgradable somewhere else. Rasheem Green, probably not. Michael Ojendia, probably not. Can't really say the name, so it's going to be hard to call that. But for everyone else, Robert Tonyan, I think we keep him as depth. 3 years is a little steep, though, but I think it's such a cheap deal. I think it's worth it. Other than that, let's keep looking. No, everyone else can walk. I'll look to upgrade these spots in free agency or the draft. So, like I said, good running back options in free agency. Dalvin Cook, he wants to be here. I feel like that could be a really good fit. For 3 years, though, I feel like that's a little steep. I'll give him a team-friendly deal, see if he accepts that. We are the highest on his list, though, which is good. Now, Mike Williams. He's 29 and 89 overall. He's instantly the best receiver on our team, but a 4-year deal, still kind of steep. I don't really want to give out these kind of big contracts to older guys. We are the highest on his list. Can probably go down even a little bit more. I could probably make it a 2-year deal. But if I make it the 3-year deal, he'll be here until the end of the rebuild. So if we get these two guys, that'd be a very, very good free agency class. Now, Christian Wilkins, I'd be willing to overpay him a little bit because he is going to be a very, very good player. Can move him to defensive tackle as well. I would give him actually a player-friendly deal. He eats up a lot of the money, but I feel like it'd be worth it in the long run, especially if we're able to move him over to defensive tackle. Now, I think that is the end of my run here in free agency. Michael Pierce wants to be here, though. A 1-year deal, not going to say no to it. I think that would actually be something that feasible. We are the leader on that, so we're going to send our offers through. Cross your fingers that some of these guys still want to be here. Christian Wilkins did sign here, and so did Michael Pierce. So, renegotiating Mike Williams' contract. I really wish Madden would add in the ability to make a lot of the money towards the end of, or towards the beginning of someone's contract, and have a bunch of dead, like, no cap at the end, because I would totally do that, take the hit now, and then have the ability to cut him if he's bad. I think we give him this deal here, a 4-year deal. We are leading on him now. I think we send that through, and we are still in talks. We are still leading, though, and he goes to the Lions. He just didn't want to come to us. I think that's really all it boils down to. It's fine. We have DJ Moore, and we can get someone in the draft. So with that being said, let's go to the draft and see how we can upgrade this team. So here we are in the NFL draft. We are picking at 12, 29, pick 44, pick 76, pick 108, and pick 124. And then I have 2 later round picks that I could use, but I just normally just let the CPU sim that. But we are picking here, and this is our pick. This is our personal pick. I have 2 guys in mind. A guy named Franklin Dudley, who is a left end. Will Rogers, who is a right outside linebacker. And Trey Haynes, who is a power rusher, and he is a left outside linebacker. Now, I need to see if the guys that I wanted are gone, because if so, I'm definitely going with him. Will Rogers is not here, and for the left end, it looks like he is not here either. So that means our only option at this spot is Trey Haynes. He is F zone coverage. He is purely a rusher. I might even move him to left end. Normal development, not the best, but 80 speed, 87 acceleration. He's got skills. I just hope his overall is good, because that will relate to if I made the right choice. Now, going here to pick 29, I want to upgrade the offensive line just a little bit. I did see one weakness in there, and that being not having a dev trait on one of the guys up near the front. So this could be good. Jimmy Spearman, a right guard from Oklahoma, is the guy that I was looking at. B awareness, A impact, and B pass block. That's really what you're looking for in a guy. Normal development, 93 speed, 83 acceleration, or 93 strength. He's very strong, that's for sure. But sadly, it's not really what we're looking for. We wanted to upgrade the dev trait, and we may have just found a solid backup. And that's really not what we wanted to do at this spot. But let's go to pick 12 in the second round. Here, I'm picking a cornerback. I wanted to create a power duo, and I think that means that we have to go with, one of the guys here. And is he gone already, or is he's just down the board a little bit? He's someone I put on my list early on in the season because he looked solid right out the gate. His physicals are good, but I think we get him. I think we take him here. Normal development once again, but 90 speed, 95 acceleration. He's a zone guy. He may actually be more of a safety in the long run. But I'll do my due diligence and check everything out. Now, going into this next pick, I have a decision to make. I either double up on a middle linebacker and just have a really good sub linebacker, or I can go another way. But I really like the idea of having a really good sub linebacker, because you never know if a player is going to need to get traded or want to get traded in real life. So it's always good to have a backup. In normal development, this is really a bummer of a class. I don't think I've gotten a single guy with star development, which is awful, really awful. But now we're going to go to pick our pick in round 4. We have 2 in this round. I want to try to get a defensive tackle. Yeah, that's really it. I don't really have a reason for it. I think we just need to bolster the defensive line as much as possible. And there's a lot of people here, and I don't even know. This is the guy that I wanted, but I mean, am I taking him too early? I mean, if he's got normal development, it's not going to be much different than everyone else. Oh, of course, he's the one with hidden. Cool. He's 94 strength, hidden development from Georgia. They just produce defensive line talent like no one else. So hopefully he's going to be really good. We can go to our next pick. This is also a defensive tackle. I write everything down. Oh, he went right in front of me. I have one other player in mind I could take, Austin Dorsett. He's a left outside linebacker. I know we just took one, but I do plan on moving the guy we got in the first round down to left end. So getting Austin Dorsett would be very good. He shouldn't have gone yet. He was a projected undrafted free agent, but because I'm going to let the CPU do the drafting, I'm just going to take him here. 78 speed. He's not really a edge rusher. He's more of an off-ball guy, from what I saw. But we're just going to let the CPU do the rest of the drafting. And let's take a look at our brand new Chicago Bears. Okay, so here we have our offense. It's obviously starting with Justin Fields and Dalvin Cook in the backfield. A very, very good duo. I don't know the contract Dalvin Cook had with the Jets. I don't know if it was just a one-year deal. Not too sure about that. So if that is in real life, obviously this isn't going to be that realistic. But other than that, DJ Moore is still superstar. Darnell Mooney's to star. That rookie we did get is just going to be a really good backup, sadly. But, if injuries happen, that'll happen. So he'll step in. But defensively, I think this is where it gets a little bit different. So Christian Wilkins, I decided to keep him at right end because we got Michael Pierce and a new defensive tackle in the draft who has hidden development. You never know how good he can be. And we moved that left outside linebacker to left end, and he's a 75 after being a 77 overall. But we also had that rookie we got at left outside linebacker. He's going to be playing there. He's going to start. Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards are going to be our middle linebacker and outside linebacker. But Nick Johnson is going to be our CB2. He's a 77 overall with normal development. Hopefully we can get that upgraded. If not, no problem. He's still a high enough overall where he's starting on the team. And if we need to replace him in the future, we can. But let's sim to midseason and see how we do. At the midseason mark of year number 2, we are 3-3. Not as good as we were last year, but our defense is much better. We are 3rd and top 7 in everything. So the offense really needs to step it up, as offensive pass yards per game is at 32. Justin Fields, come on, step it up. But let's take a look at the stats, see how bad he really is doing. If it's more interceptions than touchdowns, something's got to change. So 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Rushing the ball, though, 461 yards, 4 touchdowns, 260, 1 touchdown for him. Receiving-wise, Darnell Mooney at 360, Chase Claypool at 218, DJ Moore at 217, 4 touchdowns for Darnell Mooney. He's the leader on the team. Now, defensively, let's take a look at interceptions first, as TJ Edwards has 3 and Jaquan Brisker has 3. Tremaine Edmonds has 1. Tackles for a loss, Christian Wilkins leading the team with 8. He doesn't have any sacks, though. Really impressive. Michael Pierce has 3. DeMarcus Walker has 3. Trey Haynes has 1/2. Tremaine Edmonds has 1/2. I think this defense is just really good at stopping people, not really getting that, you know, big play, like a sack and stuff. So let's sim to the end of the season and see if we can turn up for this last part. They say consistency is key, but sadly, consistency means we're being consistently bad. And that's not what I like to see. We had the 11th best offense and the 11th best defense. We're just like middle of the pack. We went 8-9. If we would have won 1 or 2 more games, we would have won our division. But we really want to win Super Bowls, and a mediocre team isn't going to do that. Justin Fields throws for 3,400 yards, 23 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. A little bit worse ratio than last year, but had 1,229 yards and 15 touchdowns for Dalvin Cook, and Justin Fields had 753 yards and 8 touchdowns. Receiving wise, though, Darnell Mooney, DJ Moore both had close to 1,000, but Darnell Mooney was definitely the favorite with 8 touchdowns in the red zone. Now, defensively, we got 6.5 sacks as our leader with Michael Pierce, 5 for DeMarcus Walker, 3.5 for Trey Haynes. Tremaine Edmonds has 1.5. TJ Edwards had 1.5. Now, interceptions, though, our team went crazy. TJ Edwards with 5, Jaquan Brisker with 5, Jalen Johnson with 4, Tremaine Edmonds with 3, Kyler Gordon with 2, and Eddie Jackson with 1. Those are some really good stats from them. Was it good enough to win an award, though? Let's take a look here. I don't think we're going to win MVP with anybody. No Bears there. Let's go NFC. I don't think there's going to be any Bears here. Oh, Dalvin Cook was 6th. Very good. Any Bears in Defensive Player of the Year? TJ Edwards at 8. No other Bears. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to just assume no. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Trey Haynes was at 4, and Nick Johnson was at 9. So not a very, very good year from us. I really don't know right now what needs to change, but something does. So here for player re-signings, Eddie Jackson is here. He's definitely a Bear legend that you want to bring back, and he's excited to stay with a great team on just a Bear deal. Tevin Jenkins, 80 overall star development. Do I overpay a little bit for him? I think I have to sign Justin Fields in this one, so I can't really get him. Am I tripping? I thought I did. Am I wrong on that? Obviously I'm wrong on that. Khalil Herbert, Michael Pierce played really well for us, actually. Jack Sanborn, I didn't know he was 25. I probably could have started him and him play better than the guy I had there. He's happy to play for this great organization. That is perfect, is what you like to hear. Khalil Herbert could walk. We have someone better in that spot right now. Cody Whitehair. Ooh, do I let him walk too? I think I give him a 2-year deal. He's excited to stay with a great team. Love to see it. Everyone else can walk. I think I can upgrade some of these spots in free agency. So let's go. So in free agency, Nick Chubb is here at a 97 overall. Not going to get him. We already have Dalvin Cook. Trey Smith is here. I could upgrade my offensive line like I talked about. That would be beneficial. I'll give him a bare minimum deal. Let's see if he wants it. We are not leading on him, but I'll just give him the money and hope. Josh Sweat would be another really good addition to our team, make our offensive line even scarier than it already is. And we are leading on him. DJ Reed Jr., probably not going to go after. Zadarius Smith would be kind of cool to get. I could move the one guy back to Christian Wilkins. I can move him back to defensive tackle. Zadarius Smith we are leading on. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah would be nice to get as well. How much money do we have? -$9 million if we try to go with him. Okay, it looks like we're not going with him. We don't even really need him. We have TJ Edwards. That's good enough for me. Let's send these deals through. We get Trey Smith, not Josh Sweat, but we do also get Zadarius Smith. I think that works for me. I think that's a good free agency right there. Got 2 key pieces that we can add to this defense right away. And I think the draft is where we're going to get a lot more of our upgrades. So I have a massive decision to make. Do I go a quarterback? Because right now, Justin Fields is just not cutting it out, and have a bunch of hate comments in them from the Bears fans saying, Justin Fields is so good. But hear me out. If Justin Fields is putting up the same numbers every year that aren't getting you to the playoffs, are you looking for a new quarterback, or are you just sitting there saying, this is fine, he's good enough, he's going to have a breakout year some year, right? But it's getting to the point where you're going to have to pay him big money for him to stay in Chicago, and he hasn't had that breakout year yet. Are you really going to sit there and tell me that you wouldn't try to get a new quarterback? So I think I am going to try to trade up, and I'm going to be using Justin Fields to do it. I'm going to go from 11 and Justin Fields to get Joe Goddard. He looks like a really good quarterback, and I guarantee you we win the division this year. I mean, if a coach came up there and told you, I guarantee we can win the division if we get this quarterback instead of this one, would you say, yeah, let's do it? I mean, I can't guarantee a Super Bowl win, but I can sure as hell guarantee winning the division. I mean, he's 26 and 83 overall with superstar development. I feel like this other guy is going to be a little bit better than him. I mean, not right away, obviously. We're going to have to work into that. But round 1, pick 1 for Justin Fields. We may even actually be able to get more for it because he is such a good overall. We can get there first next year and the year after that, maybe. Let's send this through, see if they accept it. They don't. I think just 2 firsts, just 1. No, we're actually going to have to give them stuff. I thought that was going to happen, but fine by me. I'm willing to do this trade. It's declined. Okay. Before you go in the comments and you say, this is a terrible deal, why would you do it? I just want you to keep watching. Keep watching till the end of the video. And then tell me, if it doesn't pan out, call me an idiot. If it doesn't pan out, you can call me whatever you want. But if it does, you have to sit there in the comments and say I'm the smartest, best rebuilder on YouTube, and you have to tell all your friends, hit the subscribe button and like. How about that? We have Joe Goddard now. Joe Goddard is your new quarterback of the future. If you don't like it, cry. If you don't like it, cry. I don't care, because we're going to win a Super Bowl, and I'm doing what I have to do to win a Super Bowl, and this is what it takes. So for pick number 2, I know I do it every year in almost every rebuild. I always look for a cornerback because they are probably the biggest need of every team. Doesn't look like he's here anymore, so I'm not going to go cornerback. But I am going to go right guard. I'm going to make this pick, and then I'm going to let the CPU do the rest. Is he even here anymore? Lenny Rouse? There he is. I'm going to make this pick. He's going to be the new starting right guard. He's got hidden development, 86 strength, an amazing player. We're going to sim to the end of the draft. I'm going to reorder the depth chart, make sure everything is set. I'm going to show you guys, and we're going to sim to the end of the season. And we're going to do 2 years with this new quarterback. And if I can't win a Super Bowl in this 2 years, you can call me an idiot. Okay? Give me 2 years. Okay, Bears fans, Joe Goddard is a new face for your franchise. He's playing up to an 80 overall at the start of the season. Your offensive line looks really good. And you got Dalvin Cook, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, and Chase Claypool as your wide receivers. Defensively, you have a dominant defensive line. You have really good linebackers, really good safeties, mediocre corners for the most part, other than Jelon Johnson. But we're going to sim to the midseason mark and see how we're doing. I guarantee you we're going to be doing pretty well. We don't talk about it. So we have really bad offense, but our offensive passing yards per game is really good. You're at second in the league, 264. So it's not the quarterback, okay? It's just the rest of the team. So the Bears just suck. Just kidding. But we have to change something up. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know if I am going to change anything up. But I may have made a slight mistake. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't because I saw the corner. I see what he's doing. He's second in passing yards per game, 11 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. This is the end of the season stats for Justin Fields. I'm not hating on Justin Fields, okay? I love Justin Fields. I really want him to do well in the league, but he's just not doing that well in Madden. So I changed it up, and he's doing good. This guy's doing good. We like this. This is what you like to see. Cole Kmet's up there, doing great. Chase Claypool, DJ Moore. Oh, everyone's doing fantastic on the offense. Now the defense, on the other hand, is gross. Trey Haynes is stepping up though. I think he only got 3 sacks last year. He's stepping up. I think this team can step it up by the end of the season. I think there's a chance. There's a chance. 10 wins. 10 wins. I don't think we win the division though. 10 wins if let's go. Let's just do it. Let's do it. I'm ready to get called an idiot. Holy cow. What an end to a year. We dominated. Oh my god. I almost thought I had to eat my words, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I said let's just do it. Because we ended with the 8th best offense and the 5th best defense. Now, let's look at stats and awards. Look at stats and awards real quick. See how our quarterback did. How did our new QB do? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 4,300 yards, 32 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Oh, yeah. He's him. Dalvin Cook, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Only 300 yards on the ground, but 1 touchdown. Not bad. Now, receiving. 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns for Darnell Mooney, 900 yards and 5 touchdowns for Cole Kmet, 900 yards, 5 touchdowns for DJ Moore, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns for Chase Claypool. Defensively, did we step it up like we should have? DeMarcus Walker with 13 sacks. Christian Wilkins with 9.5. Trey Haynes with 6.5. Zadarius Smith with 4.5. Tremaine Edmonds with 1.5. Interception-wise, Tremaine Edmonds led the team. Tyquise Stevenson had 3. Eddie Jackson had 3. Kyler Gordon had 2. TJ Edwards had 1. Jalen Johnson had 1. And Jack Sanborn had 1. Okay, now, here's the big thing, though. Can we beat the Packers to make it to the divisional round? That's the biggest thing. So, let's simulate here and see if we're able to do it. They are a good team, but are they able to beat us? And it looks like they aren't. We beat them 28-21, and we're going against the Dallas Cowboys, who have a worse team than us, but they're a hot opponent, quote-unquote. Now, they always choke in the divisional. Are they going to choke right now to the Bears? And they don't. They beat us. They destroyed us. I know it's only by 7, but still, 42 points on our 5th in the league defense. Oh my gosh, that's a slaughter if you ask me. But let's see, did we get any awards this year? I'm hoping for Offensive Rookie of the Year. If we didn't get Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to cry. I'm actually going to cry. He's 10th. 10th. There's no other rookies ahead of him. Yeah, he's 10th. He could... You've got to be kidding me. No shot. No shot. He change of scenery. Change of scenery. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Trust me, Bears fan. It's a win-win. You get to see him succeed while also your team succeeding. Think about that. Okay? Think about that. Okay, I'm just trying to cope here, guys. I'm trying to cope, okay? Because I may have made a massive mistake, and I think I may have gotten the whole Bears fans against me. But your Offensive Rookie of the Year is Joe Goddard. Just saying. I think I made a pretty good decision. And no other Bears. But Joe Goddard is your Offensive Rookie of the Year, which means he's going to get a depth trade upgrade. So let's go take a look at the team. So this is what we're looking at right now. I mean, we got a random fullback in the draft who's an 80 overall. I don't know who uses fullbacks anymore, but I don't. But tell me you're mad at me now. Tell me you're mad at me now, because Joe Goddard is now a superstar X Factor, playing up 5 overalls. He's an 86 overall. DJ Moore, superstar. Darnell Mooney, superstar. Cole Kmet, superstar. Right guard, superstar. Oh my gosh, this team is going to become special. I mean, You have studs across the board on defense. I mean, cornerbacks could use some work, but hey, guess what? That is what free agency is for. We're going to re-sign everyone. We're going to try to get some studs in free agency. We may even try to trade for some studs because who cares about drafting? The Rams can do it. We can do it. So let's re-sign DJ Moore. We have $115 million in cap. After re-signing him, we're going to have, I don't know how much. I'm not good at math. I'm failing all my classes. You know, college is about to kick me out. But Jaquan Brisker, strong safety, superstar development, only 27. Hey, buddy, you wanna come back and play for us? That's great. I'm glad. Dalvin Cook, 88 overall. Sure, buddy. You can come back. I'm okay with that. Darnell Wright, right tackle. Yeah, accept his 5th-year option. We really need that. Kyler Gordon, you kind of mid, man. Braxton Jones, I kind of need you. Player-friendly deal. He's happy to play for us. I'm happy. He's happy. We're all happy, okay? TJ Edwards, man, he's been a big part of this team. If I replace him in free agency, who cares? Zadarius Smith, replaceable. Everybody else, replaceable, okay? All of them are replaceable. So let's go replace them. Let's do that. In free agency, you know how we got rid of, a really good left end? Guess what? We just found his replacement. 28 years old, superstar development, Justin I'm losing my mind, bro. It's late at night. My room is hot. I'm actually uncomfortable. Like, if I could sue my room for making me uncomfortable, I would. Ryan Stonehouse, we're gonna get him because why not? We have a good kicker and punter now, and we have a left end. Let's send that through. See if they say yes. Ryan Stonehouse does. The Justin Ebumukebi does, and Matt Gay does. That's perfect. All right. Now it's time for the big things. Okay, I'm not drafting. I'm going to go trade because I don't want to look stupid and have said that we can do something that I can't do. So now's my chance. I'm going to go to Trade Finder. I need a corner, right? Now, what can I get for the 26th pick in this draft, corner-wise? So we're going to look at every single team. We're going to look at their corners. And we're going to see Chidobe Awuzie, no thank you. Tre'Davious White, no thank you. Patrick Surtain, too much money. Would be great to get, but too much money. I mean, could we just steal basically the Browns receiving core or cornerback core? If so, that would be a steal and a half. Let's just give them our whole draft for this year. Is that possible? Ooh, they're interested. If you're interested, I'm interested. Hey, Browns, you want that? It's a done deal. We just stole the draft. Trust me. For a team that's going all in, 3-4 is kind of bogus. I think Chris Dale needs to become a better coach. I think it's a coaching staff issue at this point. So I'm just going to sim to the end of the season. If we don't step it up, it's a GG's. Like, they just need to do a whole team wipe and reinstall. We go 9-8, but make the playoffs. So let's see if we can beat the Packers and get past them for the second time. They had a better record, and we can't. So the Bears team is just, the Packers own us right now. Holy cow. This Bears team is just not that good. We had the best offense and the 5th best defense, and we go 9-8. What are we doing? Zadarius Smith had 17 sacks somewhere else. Shit, yo. Come on, guys. What are we doing? It wasn't with us, was it? No, surely not. We would have won the Super Bowl. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Of course it wasn't. People leave this team and then start doing good. I mean, maybe they should just have a Raiders pipeline. Oh, he got second for MVP. Do we see... one hit wonder's not here. Unfortunate. Well, it was a nice try on a rebuild. I'm going to do a better rebuild of this team later down the line. But let me know down in the comments below who you want me to rebuild next. And also, let me know any other video ideas. I love just playing Madden, so I love doing, I love having ideas and trying to put them, on a video. So let me know. Let's see what we can get done. And please, if you haven't already, hit that sub button, hit that like button. It really means the most to me. And make sure to like and subscribe for more football content. If you've ever watched my shorts, that is the cringe thing I say at the end of them. Peace.